am a witch. I grew up, cared for by my grandmother. It was just us. She taught me how to cook, how to hunt, how to sew, everything. She taught me about my mother and about what I am. Although I can barely remember her, my mother was a witch who had lived in a city. She died, but sent me to my grandmother, who took me in. My grandmother's always lived away from others, out in this forest. But then grandmother died too. She had planned to teach me until I was an adult, and then to take me to a city and experience the world, where I could decide what I wanted to do in the future. But now, with her gone, I've just lived here, in our house, ever since. I lived here. I hunt here. I no longer think about the rest of the world, of those places my grandmother had told me of. Without her, all of it feels so scary. What's beyond this forest, beyond what I know? According to my grandmother, my magic type is that of destruction. My magic focuses on destroying and breaking stuff, a type that is disliked amongst witches for bringing trouble. Apparently, destruction types had done something in the past that got many others killed. I tried to prove that I could be more, do more. I learned to use my magic, that excelled in destroying things, for other purposes. I figured out how to fly with it. Gravity doesn't like being broken. It took a long time, but I persisted. I figured out how to create a barrier using it, to defend and protect. And so I lived, on my own, training my magic and surviving. Time for my training, and then some hunting for this week's food. First, I'll fly around a bit, just get a feel for the air this morning. Got these boulders set up on top of this hill now. Just need to attack them and to get them to fall, then practice defending with my shield. Alright, now to get hit by the boulders. Still feeling easy doing this, but it's the best way to practice my barrier at this point. Still a bit scary. Probably enough practice for now. That's enough for a quick rest. I should look for some animals to hunt. I think I see some down there by the river. I should fly down to them. I should hunt some of these animals, also maybe some fish. Blast fishing is an easy way to get this week's food. I should launch a fireball into the water, and also get something else here on land. Yep, I see some fish floating up. Now just to get one of the land animals. Meat aside, I definitely need some more furs. For this week. Now just to grab and start preparing it all. It's gonna be a long morning. And that was how it went for a while. And on that day, it started like any other day I went to hunt. I left the house, and I went to the forest a bit further away so as not to overhunt the more nearby areas. Then, I heard a sound of something moving through a bush. The only things large enough for that here are deers, the occasional boar, rarely a bear. So I attacked, right to where I heard the sound of it, hoping to catch dinner by surprise. The scream I heard was not a deer. It sounded more like a human. I was shocked, terrified. Why was someone here? The first person I'd met in years other than my grandmother. I was dazed. Thoughts that I should help them, also that I should run danced in my mind. But then I got hit. Something hit my shield, hard. I couldn't even see it. I panicked, and I ran. I escaped back home, terrified. I tried to hide my house. It was magic my grandmother had taught me. She could do it better than I could. My magic was ill-suited for it, but I did my best. And so I hid, and hoped that it had been a nightmare. If it wasn't, that they'd stay away, that things would go back to normal. But then it arrived, a weird, flying thing. It flew over my house, and a voice came from it. It dropped off a weird picture-like device. On it was the image of a person that could talk, and that I could talk back to. We talked. He told me he was from some air force, a group of people that fight, that I had hit a soldier of an army, another group that fights. He told me that they were hunting for me, but that the army hadn't found my house yet. I was scared. I asked him what they would do. He told me if they found me, they would capture me, maybe kill me. He told me that they had hostile plans, and in time he and others might be able to stop them, but that for now I could run, or turn myself into his group. I was afraid. I didn't want to. I didn't want to leave my house, my grandmother. I didn't want to die, to be captured. I asked if there was any way I could not leave my house, but also not have to deal with them. He said that they didn't know where I was yet. If I didn't want to be found, then the only option was to buy time until he and the others could stop them. He said I could distract them, mislead them as to where I was and disrupt their search, and that since they'd use unmanned drones, I could even destroy some of them if they were heading towards my house if needed. I didn't want to. I didn't want to fight. I wanted to hide. I just wanted to sleep. But the next day, when I woke up, he told me of their drones having gone close to my house, and that I should run. I told him that I decided I'd rather try to destroy the devices. He told me they were armed and could fight back. I decided that I would anyway. I didn't want to lose what I had left of my grandmother. Not again.
Damn it. Okay, if you're going to fight them, then make sure you do it further away from your house. It may be hard to spot visually, but if any drones get close to it, that invisibility effect over it stands out like crazy on LiDAR. And be careful.
Okay, I just have to stop them before they get close to my house. They're on the ground, so it should be easy.
Units in Sector D-17, have you found anything of note yet?
No, sir. Still nothing out of the ordinary in the area we've been searching.
Make sure not to miss anything. Trimpton made it clear that we must find the target and capture it. Failure will not be an option.
Sir, we've lost a drone. I think it's the target. Cannot confirm yet. What are our orders?
The target destroyed a drone? Then it's hostile and definitely dangerous. I reconfirm you have permission to fire. Initial reports said it took several shots without...
No,
Hey, are you alright?
Sir, looks like the target is down.
Get someone over there fast. Find the body and confirm it. Since it decided...